Hey everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Desk Envy, where we put together and show off some of the coolest, cleanest desk setups for your viewing pleasure. And this is our very first episode, so we had to do something special, extra special. So we went and got the brand new 2019 5K iMac, and we're setting up this desk all around that. And one last very special thing, make sure you stick around to the very end of the video because we are going to be giving away some of these products that we're showcasing. And with all that, let's go set up a desk. So Apple did it, they finally did it. Now I'm not talking about a new TV service or credit card or whatever. I'm talking about the fact that they finally updated the iMac. In 2019, we're getting a brand new iMac, we got it here. We thought this would be a good way to kick off this entire series because really the iMac is a pioneer in the whole idea of a really clean desk setup. I mean, with an all-in-one computer, you don't have an external monitor or wiring going everywhere or a huge desktop tower on your desk. There's none of that. It's all just put into this one little shell of a computer. And man, the iMac still does that really well. I mean, sure, we wish that this year Apple had redesigned the iMac and given us some thinner bezel and a couple nice things that you would expect in 2019. But honestly, you put the iMac at the center of a desk and it still commands it really well, especially if you're a creative professional who just wants a Mac. The iMac now in 2019 is a good option. And I was talking specifically about the Core i9 version that we have back here. Without getting into all the details, I mean, you can check out our full review of it, but basically this thing is insanely powerful and it's kind of crazy, how much horsepower you're getting in this relatively small little computer still. I mean, it just blows me away, how fast this thing is in video editing and rendering. You're gonna want this if you're a creative professional, and it's a really good alternative to the insanely expensive iMac Pro. So that's the iMac. Before we get into all the stuff we've actually paired with the iMac, we gotta talk about the desk and the chair. This is the Jarvis sit-stand desk from Foley, and this is the desk that we actually all use here in the office at Digital Trends, and for a good reason. It's a really solid, just clean-looking desk. We even removed the detachable tray from the bottom, which you might want if you need a little bit extra storage. We'll get to that later. But we removed that for an even cleaner look, and the motor that's used for the sit-stand mechanism is actually really responsive, and I mean, you can get from sitting to standing in just a few seconds. Mostly though, it's just a really clean white desk that is a nice complement to the iMac. The chair, it's nothing too special. It's really just a white chair that fits well with the desk and with the iMac, but you can get it on Amazon. It's fairly affordable, and we'll leave the link in the description along with all the other products that we're talking about. So you might prefer just that cleaner setup of your mouse and keyboard and iMac right on the desk, but we wanted to do something a little bit special. So we went out and got the wool felt pad from Grovemade. This is one of the large ones that covers the entirety of the desk. Grovemade's this really cool company, actually based right here in Portland, that makes these really high quality accessories and just things you can put on your desk, usually out of bamboo. But here they made this awesome wool felt pad, and the material just feels really good under your hands. More importantly, it segments away part of your desk just so that you can focus on what you're actually doing. And I actually think this helps kind of clear away the clutter of a normal desk and just help you lock in on your computer and your actual work. And I love the material and the look of it, so make sure to check out this wool felt pad. It also doubles as a really nice surface for your mouse if you're using one, but as you'll see, in this case, we're not actually using a mouse. That's right, in this setup, we're not actually using a standard mouse. We're definitely not using this thing, the Magic Mouse that comes with the iMac. What I am using here though is the Magic Trackpad 2.0. I know a lot of people are gonna probably prefer just a traditional mouse in this scenario, but for me, I like using this trackpad because first of all, it's really high quality. It's as good as you can get. And if you're used to a MacBook Pro, you're gonna want that gesture support. So I'm gonna use the trackpad over this mouse any day. Now, the way we're putting this together is with a pretty cool product here from 12 South called the MagicBridge. And basically it just sets the Apple keyboard and trackpad next to each other and kind of creates a single cohesive unit that looks really clean on your desk. On top of that, if you want to lean back and use this on your lap, it works really well for that too. Now, this next product from 12 South is really where all the magic happens with this setup. It's called the HiRise Pro. Basically, it's a stand that's made exclusively for the iMac. Like the iMac that it's made for, it's made entirely out of aluminum, which means it's really sturdy and you can actually trust putting your really expensive computer on this thing and you can actually move it around without having to worry at all. The stand of the iMac slips right in through the back and you actually have 2 levels of height that you can put it on. So if you want it a little higher or a little lower, it's right there for you. But by far my favorite thing about this stand is the storage that it creates in the front. The front plate is held there with magnets, so that means you can just pull it away really easily and access all of that storage right there at your fingertips. And that's by far my favorite thing about the stand. The iMac has great port selection and all, but the problem is they're all facing the wrong way. And if you actually use some of them frequently, having to reach back there is pretty annoying. So we looked at a bunch of different solutions for this that are out there, like forward-facing, ports or backpacks on the back that you can put stuff on. But really, I think all those solutions end up with a lot of cords and a lot of mess around the iMac. And that's kind of the opposite of what we're trying to do here. It's really easy to connect from the back of the iMac right through the HiRise Pro and use that storage that's there. I mean, you can throw anything you want down there, whether it's an SSD or an SD card reader. Like, it's all there, completely hidden away when you don't want to see it, and yet really accessible when you do need it. Now, last big thing here, I know you've been wondering, why would I choose the HomePod instead of one of the other popular voice assistants out there, or actually instead of just a standard Bluetooth speaker? 2 reasons. First of all, it's $50 cheaper now than it used to be, which is a great deal. And it's a really nice sounding speaker. I mean, especially compared to the built-in speakers on the iMac or even just a lot of the other Bluetooth speakers out there, or especially the other voice assistants out there. The HomePod really does sound good. There's a lot of bass and it really adds something to your desk if you're needing some external sound. Another thing is the iMac doesn't actually have that always on Hey Siri feature that the iMac Pro has. Unfortunately, it doesn't have that T2 coprocessor to actually do that. So it has Siri, but you can't activate it from across the room or something like that. So if you're in the Apple ecosystem, if you have an iPhone and an iMac, the HomePod is a nice addition to that family of products and give you access to Siri, pretty much wherever you are. Now for the segment of the show I like to call finishing touches. These are the things that really make a desk, make it pop, and give it that a little extra zing. First up is a couple little products from that company I mentioned earlier, Grove made. It's a bamboo pen holder and a bamboo light fixture. Both are really nice, high quality products. And lastly, my very favorite notebook and pen. These are from Muji. And not only are they super high quality, they also fit together really well because the spiral on the notebook is perfectly fit for this pen. Not only are these super high quality, they go together really well. And basically just make sure you'll never have your notebook and not your pen, and you're not gonna lose your pen at the bottom of your bag all the time. That's it, that wraps up the very first episode of Desk Envy. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you liked what you saw, make sure to give us a like, because we're gonna do more of these in the future, coming very soon. But there's one more thing. Gotta do that giveaway. We are gonna be giving away the HiRise Pro, the stand, and also the MagicBridge, which is the thing that locks the keyboard and the trackpad together. All you need to do is leave a comment below letting us know which of these 2 products you want, because in the next episode of Desk Envy, we're going to announce who won this giveaway. So all you need to do now is check out the products located in the description box below, and we'll see you next time.